Hello and welcome to today's webinar. Today we're talking about 3 ways to grow your business with video, even if you're not a techie. This is a webinar presentation that I'm always really excited to talk about because people look at video and they think it's beyond their level of expertise and what they can do with things, and there's so many unknowns and unanswered things out there that they have to tackle, and that's just not the case. So today we're going to spend about 30 minutes, maybe a little less, we'll see where we end up, and answering your questions as well. You can type those into the question box there and go to webinar, and we'll address those either along the way if we can, or we'll save some of those to the end and fit them in where they make sense. So we are talking about 3 ways to grow your business with video, even if you're not a techie. My name is Justin Lukasavige. I'm a digital strategist with BombBomb, and we help deliver video email. There is my email address, so if you have questions about anything related to this webinar or anything about video email in general, feel free to reach out to me, and I'll do my best to plug you into a resource or to help connect you to the information that you're looking for. You can get me on Twitter at Lukasavige, but only if you are able to spell it. So good luck with that. Joining me is Danny Wood. He's a real estate coach at brokeragenation.com, and he's on Twitter at calldanwood. Danny, do you want to introduce yourself?
Well, most of the people on here know me, and so how I came across you guys was I connected with you at NAR, and NAR in San Francisco, and I was going up and down the booths looking for new emerging technology, and I kept hearing about you guys, but I never checked it out until I stopped by your booth. And you and I struck up an amazing conversation on how managers could use it for recruiting, and then I just went deeper with how agents can use it for the business as well. So no, I'm super excited that you get to share how video can actually be used for the real estate business.
Yeah, I was very excited to meet you and to see all the things that you've been up to, and I'm sure that 99% of everybody here already knows who you are, and we're excited to be a part of what you're, just these awesome resources that you're sending out to folks. So a little bit about BombBomb. I mentioned before that we do video email marketing. So we started the company in 2006. That's a picture of our office in Colorado Springs, Colorado, where we got about half a foot of snow over the last 2 days, and it is bitterly cold right now at maybe 5 degrees outside, which is definitely not normal. In the summertime, though, that's what our beautiful office looks like. Here's just a little rundown of our customers. You can see that we have a very big focus in real estate, and so a lot of our software, while it works in a lot of different verticals like insurance and retail and things like that, the majority of the things we focus on have to do with integrations around real estate and things like that. 60% of our customers have something to do with real estate, whether they're brokers or mortgage title professionals. Another 40% are sales teams, nonprofits, consultants, small businesses. We have customers in all 50 states, 45 countries. Actually, I heard that we might be over 50 countries now on 6 continents. So video email is something that we've been focused on from day one. And video email really just looks like this. It is the ability to record an email produced as high quality or low quality as you like, and deliver it into somebody's email inbox, and for that person to press play, and that video plays in their email inbox. It's a really interesting and exciting technology, and I'm just really excited to be part of it. So to kind of set this up and explain what video email is a little bit deeper, these are 2 examples, 2 little snapshots that I took from customers' accounts. The one on the left here is Jeff. He's in Fort Collins, Colorado. And this was his, in fact, both of these videos were shot on iPhones. Jeff had just gotten home from work, and he had a follow-up that he needed to do with a lead that came in, and it was a referral from somebody in, I think, the Houston, Texas area. It was somebody that was moving to Colorado, and another agent referred this person to him. And he sat down, had his kids were climbing on him, and he said, whatever, I'm going to shoot this quick little video and introduce myself to this person. And his wife just held his iPhone. That resulted in, I believe the number was a $1.9 million sale of a home. And the person after that came back and said, the reason I decided to work with you is because my husband and I are into adoption and we love kids, and they had this whole big backstory on it. Now, of course, you don't know that going into it, but Jeff showed a personal side of himself in this video, and it just shone through. And it was just a good quality, but it was shot on an iPhone. The next one on the right is David Upchurch. He is known for driving around and doing videos. This one is actually of him parked in a parking lot. We do not recommend driving around and shooting video of yourself, but Dave does that a ton, and it's a very personal way for him to connect with other people. Again, just shot on his iPhone, has a little attachment that sits on his dashboard within his car. Before Stanley and I were talking about a video that I shot out here in Colorado in a snowstorm, and sometimes I use a little tripod and I wrap it around a railing outside or a tree limb or something like that. But most of the ways that we see customers using this are very low-tech ways. They're holding an iPhone or somebody's holding a camera on themselves. And some of our customers, I'd say a very small percentage, maybe less than 2%, are producing very high-quality videos. The key to anything that you do marketing-wise is to do whatever it is that matches your brand. And for these two guys here as an example, this matches their brand. So we're going to talk about 3 different ways today to use video. One is how to easily create it, because I think, and everybody here at BombBomb thinks that whatever you do, you don't need another thing that you're going to add to your to-do list. You're trying to run a business. So adding something to your to-do list that gives you more things to do in your day doesn't help you at all. So whatever technology and software and systems and solutions you use should integrate into your everyday life, and it's something that we're very focused on here. We're going to talk about how to do that with video and the cameras that you use, how to create it. We're going to talk about automated lead follow-up. Automation is the key to that, but so is lead follow-up, because I think the initial reaction is to close the sale and you're automatically moving on to the next one. But what if you could find a way to make that as automatic as possible, to actually generate more business so you can move on to the next thing, but to have whatever you're doing continue to generate more leads for you to follow up with. And then we're going to talk about collecting testimonials. It's especially in real estate, but a lot of industries, it can be difficult to collect testimonials. Somebody doesn't have a video camera, or they record something, then they don't know how to send it to you, and then the quality might be weird. And so we're going to talk about how to collect that, make it easy, and then again we'll even talk about how to make it automated. So the very first thing again that we're going to talk about is easily creating video. The best video camera. There are a lot of video cameras out there and a lot of different types. We've got a digital SLR, so you can have really high quality video. Same with this camera in the middle, just a digital video camera that has a lot of other options. You've got the Android and the iPhones, of course, and then you have the webcams that sit right on top of your computer screen. Danny, you've been doing video for a little while, and I know you've been playing around with BombBomb as well. What is your preferred method of creating video, or which of these do you use on a daily or weekly basis?
Whatever is the easiest at the moment, but so I tend to do the webcam because I do it from work. So I've been doing it a lot when with initial follow-up and relationship building. So I just use the webcam right there on the spot, but then I've been playing with the app as well on the phone, and that's amazing when you're on the fly, but it's not as streamlined and functional as I find when you're using the webcam, because you can just blast out like 30-second clips to get halfway through your database in a day, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I like the webcam.
Well, and I think that answer that you gave is the answer that at least 90% of our customers would give to the T. And I love what you said. It's the one that you have on you that's the easiest to use. And so your iPhone or your Android device are in your pocket. You can pull them out on a moment's notice and use them. Your webcam, whether it's built in or on top of your monitor, is very easy to use. And that webcam over in the bottom right, I believe it's a C920 by Logitech, if anybody's interested in that, 920. You can find them all over Amazon. They might be about $80 or $90. I have one on the monitor in front of me, and then I have a Mac sitting right next to it, which also has a webcam built into it. So we are not lacking for technology. In the room that I'm sitting in right now, I have 3 different cameras, those 2, and then my iPhone that's on the desk. So the video is there. It's often not a case of trying to figure out, how am I going to come up with a video camera? I don't know how to record. It's there, and it's probably in your pocket. And the key to this entire slide is to make it as easily as possible. It is the most accessible.
And
Danny
it
mentioned
also,
that.
it almost comes down to the biggest piece of technology is lighting. Just get a lamp put beside your computer, and that will make like literally night and day. Even the crappiest of webcams can do with better lighting. People just have the light
Mm-hmm.
that's on in the room, but if you have a lamp beside your computer, turn it on so that it's not in front of the webcam, and it'll like illuminate your face, and that's what you want.
Right, that's a very good point. You see that most of my videos uh, that I'm trying to think back to the past couple months if I've even recorded a video inside. I don't think I have. Most of the time, and so I'm emailing our customers and sending out newsletters and things like that, I'll just go outside and stand there and either, again, put it into an $8 tripod. You can look on Amazon again for a Mobi, M-O-B-I, if you're looking for a tripod for a phone. It's $8, I believe, on Mobi. And it's very easy to use. It just kind of pops into there, and you can, again, wrap it around tree branches and car mirrors and things like that. But I go outside because of the natural light, and especially early and late in the day are the 2 best times to do that. But again, I'm sitting in an office here, and we have 2 little lamps on either side of the desk that I'm talking on right now. And they're on little tripods. It's a little bit more expensive. As Danny mentioned, even if you just turn on the lights in the room, that's often good enough because the quality of webcams is really decent. But we have, if you go to Home Depot or Lowe's, just 2 little reflectors, and I want to say they're just aluminum reflectors. They're probably $8. And you can put just about any 60-watt bulb into it, and it's going to give you enough soft light to make you look pretty decent. So if you're shooting video, and again, fit this into your brand, that's the #1 concern here. Santos says, is the quality of the webcam built into the MacBook Pro good enough quality? Absolutely.
Totally.
Those webcams are fantastic, and the quality is going to be great. But to Danny's point, make sure that you have enough lighting. And I don't want to say that you don't want to overdo the lighting to where it's not natural anymore, but just make sure you've got the lights turned on. If it's 9 o'clock at night and it's dark outside and you've got a couple overhead lights, it's probably not, and you're sitting on the couch, it's probably not going to look great. So just make sure that you've got enough lighting, and that the webcam built into that, especially the Macs, but just about any computer out there is going to be good enough. The next part here is knowing when to follow up. And so you've got leads, or you're working with your customers, or you even have prospects that are close to making a purchase decision. And the difficulty is knowing exactly when to follow up. So I'm going to talk about some things at a high level here just for a minute or two, and then we'll go a little bit deeper into it. When you send out a video and an email through BombBomb, we give you really detailed analytics. So here the very top one is plays per day. So you can see when your video was watched, and you can see that over a period of time. This looks like I took about almost a 2-month snapshot here. And every single video you can go back into history and see that people are continuing to watch it if that's actually happening. The next part is video engagement. So how long or short should your videos be? It's a question we get asked all the time, and we include this video engagement bar on every single video that you upload to your account. And so what happens almost all the time is that of the 100% of people that begin watching your video, over a period of time, some of them will start clicking away and leaving and not finishing the video. That's what we see here as this bar turns from bright green all the way to yellow. Now, if you get into the really bright yellow and even oranges and reds, that means everybody's dropping out as you get into red. And so if you've got a 5-minute video on there and you see that over a period of 2 to 3 minutes maybe, people are begin to drop out of your video, well, that's a problem. Maybe you should experiment with shorter videos. And so that's what this video engagement bar will help you do. As you move your mouse over that, you'll see a period of time, whether it's 2 seconds into the video, here's how many people were still watching it and the percentage. And then you can go to a minute 21 seconds and see the exact same thing. So you get really detailed stats on that. On the email, so there's 2 different places that you get stats. Similar to a regular email marketing company that allows you to send emails out to one person or a list of people at a time, we give you the same stats. So you see how many were sent, were there anybody that clicked spam on it, did the video or did the email bounce? Then you can see unique opens and total clicks on whatever you sent out. There's a gray bar below most of these, and that's the industry average. So if we're looking at real estate, we can see that unique opens here is industry average is 13%. This I took from a real customer's account. This guy's name was Jeff, and he had about a 68, almost a 69% open rate. In an industry where the average open rate is 13%, 68.8% is really good. You have a lot higher percentage of people opening that. And the reason that that happens is because he included a video with his email. Video gets opened and it gets clicks. So you capture people's attention with video, and especially we have so many people come back just amazed, like, how do you do this? It played in my email inbox. And so the next thing, this green bar here, is actually over 100%. So Jeff had so many people that clicked on links within his email, and actually what we know from looking at further stats within this is that people actually were so interested in this is that they forwarded it to their friends, and they clicked on links in there. So he had over a 100% open rate, and the same with the play rate. You can see that it's off the chart. So not only were people clicking and watching the video more than once, so giving them really good content, but again, they forwarded it to their friends and they watched it more than once. Now, bringing this back around to knowing exactly when to follow up, at the bottom of every single email you create, you see this, real-time alerts. You can put any address that you want into to send alerts to, and you get an email as soon as somebody either opens your email, or you get notified when somebody plays a video in your email. So if you're a broker and you're working on recruiting perhaps, and you might send a video introduction to somebody, that you might already know them already, and you're sending them something just to follow up with, you can see exactly when they open that, and when they click play, you'll get an instant notification. So now you know, oh, hey, these guys saw this. So maybe you wanted to show them something about the office, or show them where they'll be working or something like that, and you can call and follow up and say, hey, what do you think about the video I just sent you?
A good example.
They watched it.
By the way, a good example of that for the average agent who isn't a broker that's recruiting would be when you guys get internet leads, and you call these internet leads and they don't answer the phone, you email them, they don't answer the email. Well, if you call them maybe 3 times and you never once reach them on the phone, send them a video, and it would be a video of you saying, and it's showing your face, hey, it's Danny Wood at XYZ Realty, and you had filled in a form looking at real estate for sale here in the region, and I just wanted to connect all the listings that match your criteria. So I'm a real person. I'm going to set that up for you. Just reply to the email. I'd appreciate getting that going for you. Thanks a lot. And then when they watch that video, you'll get notified. And now you can know, okay, it's a real person. And they just watched that, so now they know what my face looks like, so I can call them again. That's just one little example.
Yeah, and that's a really good example. We actually have a customer who has told us she does almost exactly that. Her name is Linda, and so the internet leads roll in. And, if I'm looking to buy or sell a house, and I might fill out multiple forms, and all of a sudden I'm inundated with phone calls, real estate agents, and I don't know, and phone calls and emails, I don't know who to call back. I'm going to pick one but I don't know how to choose. And so what she does is as those come in, she sits in front of her webcam and uses a button that's in everybody's account called the Quick Send. And you mentioned that you had used that earlier, Danny. She does that, sits in front of her webcam, and it opens up a little form, basically. She clicks record and says, hey guys, and she even uses their name because it's very personal. Hey Bob and Sue, my name's Linda. I just got your information come through. I'm going to reach out to you with a phone call as well, but I just wanted you to be able to place my face with that name that you already have in your inbox. If there's anything I can do to help your search go faster, easier, more comfortable, whatever that is, well, just reach out to us and let us know. And she sends that out, and again, she has instant notifications enabled, and so when they watch that, she calls them.
Yeah.
And she told us, Danny, that her conversion rate on those emails, on those leads, has gone up 4 times.
And
Just,
her time on follow-up has gone down because she's only
oh my
dealing with the
gosh.
people that are active.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, it gets really annoying to do that because now you're having to call, 2, 3, 5 times and leave messages, and then you have to keep track of all of those. That takes up a good part of your time. So just using something like BombBomb only for that is amazing.
Yeah.
And there's all kinds of use case scenarios that I could share about that, somebody's just using one tiny little piece of the software and it's made the difference in their business. Santo has another question. The plays per day, is that one? Is that for one emailed video or multiple videos? And I think he's talking about this one, plays per day. This was one video that got sent out. Late on Wednesday, October 3rd, you can see, and so he had 7 views of that video on that day, and the next day was 77. The day after that was 85. I think that addresses your question there, Santo, but let me know if you need more clarification on that. Automatic follow-up, and that's a good point here. If anybody has questions, do enter those into the question box there on your GoToWebinar panel, and let us know. We'll address them here. This is the last topic here in these 3, and then we'll open it up again for some Q&A. Automatic follow-up is part of following up, and as I mentioned in the beginning of this, making this as automated as possible is very, very important. And so there's a lot of use case scenarios. We can create software that'll do just about anything, but what I really like to do is go through and share what our best customers are actually doing. So as much as I can, I tell stories about what's happening. Automatic follow-up is what we call drip campaigns, and drip campaigns are named because you've got somebody that you want to follow up with over a period of time, and you want to drip really important information, marketing messages, things that they find valuable. You want to drip that into their lives as much as possible because people don't make a purchase the very first time that they meet you. So you're going to want to follow up over a period of time. Drip campaigns allows you to do that. Whether you do it manually or automatically, it's the exact same thing. So I can set up rules in the BombBomb software, for instance, that say when I add somebody to this list of people, automatically email them this email. 3 days later, send them this email. 5 days later, send them this email. Another 7 days after that initial addition, send them this one, and so on. And so that's what you see here in this screenshot. In the real world, we have people using this in a lot of different ways. And
I'll tell you how we're using it is
yeah,
when
great.
so in our area, when a purchaser goes into a home, they have up until the day they move in to check all the appliances and the furnace and everything. The day after that, then if there's any issues, so sorry they bought it. So what we do is we have a drip that launches the day before they move in with a video saying, hey, congratulations on the move tomorrow. When you move in, don't forget you have to check all the appliances in the furnace because you have up until a certain time. And so if there's any issues, just let us know, but we'll certainly be in touch. And then it's a drip that doesn't happen every week. It's just the day before they move in, and then every 2 years asking if they want updated house values and refinancing and stuff like that. So it's an every 2 year drip. So it's not like an annoying spam, but what it is
Right.
keeping you in touch with a person every 2 years because every 2 years they might be thinking, you know, and it's just like you'll miss that opportunity if you don't do it. So this automates that and takes it
Hmm.
off our plate. And then again, it's our face. So it's like them knowing us as a person.
I really like that, Danny. That's a great scenario, and I've heard of people doing similar things. They don't have to be like as it's laid out here every day or every couple days.
Mhm.
It can be as far into the future as you want. So if you want to send somebody an email 20 years from now, you can very easily go in and do that. And you can also you now have the ability, which we added probably a month or two ago, to go in and say, I want to schedule it at this time of day. So if somebody signs up and they join your newsletter or whatever you have at 2 a.m. and you say, hey, 3 days later send them this, it's going to send it at 3 a.m. But now what you actually have is the ability to say, no, I want to send it at 9 a.m. my time because I want them to think it came from me personally. I don't want them to think I'm up emailing them at 2 or 3 in the morning. So you have the ability to do that within the software now. We have another person. And this will kind of lead into the next part, which is testimonials. But we have another person that says, hey, every time somebody makes a purchase with me or sells their home, I'm going to add them to this list. And then the rule that he has set up is 6 months later, send them this email. And that email very simply says, thank you for the opportunity to work with you. I hope that you're enjoying your home. Um, I want to know, give me an update. What's happening? You still like the neighborhood, or is it a good move for you? And by the way, if you know anybody who is in the market to sell their home or is looking for a new home, I would really love a personal introduction. Can you just reply to this email or connect us in a new email? And that is automated. And so that agent that sends those out, again, automated, just all of a sudden he has emails rolling in like 6 months later. Yeah, hey, my friend Bob just mentioned that he's selling his house. I don't know if he has an agent or needs one, but I've copied him here. And he's like, holy cow, I remember selling you that house, but well, that's awesome that you thought of me. And then he's looking below and he's like, oh, I sent him this email asking for that. And that lead, that referral would not have come in had he not asked for it. And again, he asked for it 6 months ago when he added that person to the list, and it went out automatically.
It automates the phone calls that they should be making that they aren't.
Right, right, and that's the thing. I think at least the good agents know what they should be doing. It's coming up with the time and the resources to actually make that happen. And so if you can automate any of that, it just makes it so much easier. And it's going to happen whether you're there or not. Maybe you're not even in the country. You might be on vacation, and that email is going out and working on your behalf when you're not there.
Yep.
So video testimonials is the last portion here, and again, if you have questions, enter those into your question panel and go to webinar there, and we'll address them here in just a few minutes. This is perhaps, I think, the coolest part of the software, and I think it's very underutilized because there's some more basic things that most people are doing, and they start doing those and they say, well, this works great, and then they don't even venture deeper into it. But video testimonials is something that every single agent every single business owner in the world can benefit from, and yet we have a hard time asking for them. Well, how do I figure out how to show up at their location and record that? Uh, if I'm not doing that, I don't know what I'm going to get, and this makes it very easy to get those. This was a customer who created one of these. This guy's name is Jeff, and I've used 3 different Jeff examples here, and none of them are the same. This Jeff is up in New Jersey, and anytime somebody does business with him, he sends them this form. And so you can create forms within BombBomb. It's as simple as dragging and dropping and renaming and creating new fields. It's very easy to do. And you can either send them a link, or you can drop it into an email. You can embed the form into your website. We make it very easy to do all of that. So Jeff created this very simple note here, and this is actually a screen capture of what this looks like. So he has it embedded into just a simple white background. very easy to do, that says it's along the lines of thanks for working with us. I would love to know what your thoughts are. Could you leave me a testimonial? All you have to do is push the record button on the screen below. And so this is what Danny and I were talking a little bit earlier before we started recording. We give you a video recorder. You can embed that just about anywhere that you want, including these forms. And so you send somebody to this page, and it has this video recorder, and all they have to do on their end is when they hit record, their computer's going to sense where their webcam and microphone are, and it's going to automatically start recording that. And so on this form, all that person has to do is type in their email address, hit record. When they hit stop, they can review it, and then they're just going to send it. And when they do that, that video is going to end up back in my account if I was the sender.
You know how, so how we're using this is during the home inspection. So we'll do the home inspection, and when everything's going good, we know we're going to waive all the conditions, and it's going to be a firm deal. Right on my phone, we have the link to this form saved on my phone, like right on the phone. Anyways, I'll just text it to them. I'll text them a link to the form, and right away, right on their phone, they can hit record on the spot. So I'm going to say, hey, do you mind just doing a video testimonial? I'll send you the link right now. And I just text it to them as we're walking through the property, and they're out front of the for sale sign and recording right from their phone. It doesn't have to be webcam. It works right on the people's phone, and we just text them the link to the page.
Mm. And there's a really good point there, is because you can basically create a landing page with this.
Yep.
Everything that you create, from your emails to your videos to your forms, we give you the link, so when somebody clicks on that link, they are redirected to basically a blank web page. It doesn't have BombBomb branding or anything on it. You completely own that. We're big believers in helping you build your brand, not ours or somebody else's. So, you know, places like YouTube make it great for hosting video, and you can send people a YouTube video, but when you send them that link, the thing that YouTube does is they have all these related videos on the right-hand side, and it seems like most of them have cats in them. But YouTube's #1 goal is to keep viewers on their website as long as possible. And what we give you the ability is to do is the same thing, except when you take a link from your video and send it to somebody, if you just want to send them the video, the only thing that happens on the page, that when they click that link, it's a white page. It looks very similar to this slide. It's a white page, and the only thing on it is your video. There is nothing else on it. And so you have the ability to do a lot of different things. If you want to take that and embed it into your website, send it out on social media, we make it really easy to do all of those things.
Yeah, that's what we did. We embedded it on our website. So we drive them to a link on our website, and right on their phone, they can just click record and make whatever message they want.
Yeah, I love that.
Yeah, it's cool.
And it's easy, right?
Yeah.
So we've partnered here with Danny to offer a special discount on this. And again, I want to show you this because I know we've got some people asking about it, I think. BombBomb.com/BrokerageNation is where you'll find that discount. It's a 15% savings on a subscription to BombBomb. So we're unlike a lot of other software services where, hey, I've seen some really cool things here, Justin, but how much extra is it going to be for forms? Or if I want to do some of this fancy embed stuff, well, how much does that cost? And there is no extra cost. All of our features are built into every single package. The only way that we differentiate on cost is the number of contacts that you're going to send to. Most people start out at our lowest contact level. This isn't importing your entire database. This is only importing the people that you are going to be emailing. And so we offer you a 15% discount on doing that. When you go to that page and click on sign up, or the buy now button actually, it'll pop a promo code into the purchase box, and you'll see the savings listed there at 15%. So Danny, it's been awesome partnering with you on this, and I know a number of people have already taken advantage of this before we even showed them what it looked like. So
Yeah, you can. Well, the
that's
people can sign up for a free, it's like 14 or 15-day trial. And just so you guys know, well, most of you know, I've never done a webinar where people usually have to buy a product. And so this is the rare case because it definitely gets the DW seal of approval because it is of all the tools you can add to the Realtor toolbox, this one is going to be the one. Like, just picture printing off your database and going down the list one by one and sending a personal email to each person. So let's just say this would be your New Year resolution. So in the New Year, you're going to print off your database, go down one at a time and make a video like this. So I'll just say, hey, it's Danny Wood at XYZ Realty, and I'm training a new agent right now on putting together the local house values. So if you want us to put together what the house values are for in your area, just reply back. It's not a bother to me. We're already doing it, so it's no issue there. So just let me know. We're here to help. Thanks a lot. There, that's like 20-second video, and you can blast that through your whole database. How many people do you think are going to reply back? Now, oh, one other tip I want to talk about, and we should show them an example because people are very visual. So is there any way you could actually do a quick send email to me, for example?
yeah,
Okay,
absolutely,
cool. So while you're pulling that
absolutely.
up, how we were talking about the forms, how you can make a custom form. So picture making a custom form for your open houses. You can make a custom form that instead of having people come to your open house and you giving them a piece of paper with all the information and having them sign on a piece of paper like their name and phone number and email, you can just have a form and have it right on your iPad right there and say, we're going paperless, so if you want a copy of the listing information, just fill it in. We won't spam you. But what's going to happen is you're going to get a link right to the listing and then all my contact info. Is that okay? And right on the form, the people are going to put in name, phone number, email, and then they're going to get a video of you. And it would be a video of you saying, hey, welcome to 123 Street. This is the open house we're doing today. Down below is a link to the listing so you can take a look at the current information. And I'm just here if you have any questions, so let me know. And also, we have a service that matches up what your criteria is with all the new listings that match it going forward. So if you're interested in that, just reply back. So imagine that, because people are buying iPad apps and stuff for open houses. We'll just use these forms and use that as the app. So that's just another little tip. But yeah,
Yeah,
show them a quick send so that they can see how easy this is.
yeah. So let me know if you can see my screen
Yep.
here. I'm logged into my
Yeah, you're
account.
good.
Okay, you've got that. So in the upper right-hand corner here is a button called Quick Send. And so when I choose this, we were mentioned this before the recording as well. This is the video recorder, and so it's right here within everybody's account. And when I click Allow here, I'm going to get a number of things, and I'll show it here in a second. I'm worried about I've got a lot of stuff running with the GoToWebinar. I don't want it to crash anything,
Oh,
but I'll hit that here in a second. After I record the video, I can go in here and I can type as many email addresses as I want. And you can see I'll get my address book to pop up there, and I can enter a subject, and I've got a message here, but if I just wanted to send out the video, I don't even need to do any of that. You can actually control through options here what that looks like. I have the quick send template. You can see what it looks like over here. I know it might be small on some of your screens, but I've got a happy birthday template, and I've got a thank you email, things like that. And so I can choose all of those on the fly. Now when I do this, my webcam is going to turn on here. And so you can see, so this is me. And when I do this, I can just hit record, and it's going to record a video. In fact, I'll do this and show you what it looks like. And hopefully that's not delayed any on your end, but I'm going to hit stop. And there's the video. I can hit play and actually review that video. And then I just send it off, and it will just go right to my email inbox, and it will play there
and that's the part
just
I
fine.
love about it is that you literally just log right into BombBomb. So I just have it open and hit the quick send, type in so I use my real database for following up and like mail merging and stuff like that. But when it tells me to call somebody, if I call them and get an answering machine, I'll just pop over to BombBomb and do a quick send and say, hey, I got your voice message. Anyways, I want to let you know about this, and I tell them whatever I'm telling them. but you're emailing them anyway, so I just email them right from this, and it now has your face, so you're going to get more open rates and your message across. One thing, by the way,
Yeah.
a quick tip with video is that when you're using it to build relationships, it should not always be about you having them do something, like requiring them or asking of them to donate, or it should be you building relationships. So if you can use it mostly for, hey, I noticed you had a baby, congratulations, or happy birthday, that sort of thing, with no sales pitch at the end, that will really help you build relationships, as opposed to using this as another way of being a spammer.
You know, that's a great point. I try to, it doesn't always work, I'll be upfront about that, but I try to um, send things like what you're talking about, where there's no anticipation of even making a sale somehow. I look through my database every day and say, you know, who can I just send a video email to and it would make their day. And sometimes that's congratulating somebody on a new job through LinkedIn, because I see that they've changed jobs, or even happy birthday. And we have another agent who sits, she's an office administrator, and she has, now they send out the gifts like a lot of agents do as well, but she does the same thing that I'm talking about here, but she holds up on somebody's birthday in their database, and she has this, she always has a little bouquet of balloons. I don't know if she gets balloons a couple times a week or what. She holds them behind her and she sings happy birthday to them. Now that fits her and her brand. I'm not going to sing to anybody. Trust me, you don't want that to happen to you. Um, but I'll get on a video and just very honestly tell somebody. I had a friend of mine a couple weeks ago. Her name is Nina, and we've been good friends for a number of years. We don't even live in the, she's a couple states away from me, and her and her husband are just amazing people. And I just got on video and I said, Nina, I just wanted to wish you a happy birthday and just tell you it's been so great to know you and your husband Ian for the past couple of years. Just thanks for being awesome people. And it was literally a 10-second video. And I emailed that to her, and all of a sudden she's on Facebook and Twitter saying how awesome it was to receive that. Now she might have also had 80 people tell her happy birthday on Facebook, right? They go to the wall and just say happy birthday, and it's just not very special. Now it's, I don't want to downgrade that at all. It's special when somebody takes the time to do that. But when you get a video email and you've never seen that before, it really makes a big impression.
Yep.
A couple of questions coming in here. One for you, Dan, from Walter, says, will this work with the Mac, Walter?
Yeah, oh, he's just asking if it'll work on Mac.
Oh, he's
Yeah, yeah,
signing.
it works on
Will
Mac.
it work with the Mac?
Yep.
I totally
The Mac
misunderstood that. I
Walter's
had no idea.
the next generation.
Exactly. It's named after him. So I'm actually on a Mac right now, and so as you're seeing my screen here, you're seeing this work. It's all web-based, so it'll work on whatever internet device you have enabled, including, Danny, you mentioned the apps. And so we have, not only do we have the web application, so you can just sign into it from any browser, but we also have an iOS application for the iPhone and iPad,
Yep.
as well as Android. So it'll work on any Android device as well. And a couple of things, if I can be so bold to mention these, that are not public yet. We have a Chrome extension, and let me see, I actually don't have it in this. I have a couple different users, as you can see, set up over here, and I'm not in the right one. We have a Chrome extension, so you don't even have to be in your account. This little quick send feature where I just click this and it'll open. I'm in my actual BombBomb account right now, but we also have a little extension here that you can click and the same thing will happen, and you don't even have to be logged into your account. That is live for the public right now. What is launching by the end of this year still is an extension for Gmail. So if you use Gmail or Google Mail in the apps, you'll be able to actually click Compose, and there will be a little BombBomb button there that you can click that, and you'll get this exact same video recorder here in your Gmail Compose window. And now you can send that to any single person without having to leave Gmail to do it. So it's a really cool opportunity to do that. And again, integrate it into your everyday life. We have a lot of integrations that we're launching. Most I cannot talk about yet, but there's some cool ones. Zapier is one, and I'll just run down a very quickly. If you haven't heard of any of these, don't even worry about them, but I know some of you are using something like Zapier that allows us to integrate with over 320 now. I think solutions out there. We have a deep integration with Contactually. We're going to be working on eEdge, if anybody is with Keller Williams. Marketplace videos, welcome Matt. Salesforce is going to be launching here this coming year. That is a big one that we're working on. So there, with all that to say, there's a ton of things out there. I want to make sure I'm hitting your questions because we've had a lot that have come in here. Susan says, do I have to download my database into BombBomb or can I load BombBomb into my CRM? Depending on your CRM, it goes both ways. This is one I'm going to show you just very briefly here. With Contactually, it's a real lightweight CRM. You can see, so I have this button here because I've gone through and done this integration. Very easy to do. Most of the integrations take about 30 seconds to do. I can sync over from Contactually, and so what happens here is that all these little Contactually logos, all I have to do is go in there and say, you know, anybody that I want to sync here, I can click on this button, and then so I'm in this past customers, and this is a bucket from Contactually if you're familiar with that. And when I hit this green little arrows here, it will pull in everybody that's in the bucket. And so now I can email all of those people all at once without having to send individual emails to them. And we do that with a number of CRMs.
And I'll give a real clear-cut answer on this too, because this is a messy topic with realtors because there's so many CRMs and they're all using something different, and most of them aren't even using it properly anyway. So really what you want to do is stick with the CRM that you have, and you use BombBomb for sending one-off personal messages and then creating special campaigns. So I wouldn't altogether remove whatever CRM you're using, or if you're real techie, you can try and sync it with like whatever you just said. What was the one you were talking about?
Contactually.
Contactually, yeah. So use BombBomb. Just get started with it and sending one-off messages. That's going to be your highest and best use at first, and then you'll scale as you go and you'll figure things out. But most agents, you're going to want to keep the database that you have because you don't want to mess with two things, because you want to be able to mail merge for like direct mail and that sort of thing. So yeah, how I'm using BombBomb is I'm sticking with the CRM that I'm using, but I'm using BombBomb as that one added touch of being personal face-to-face. And it's just as simple as copy their email, hit paste, and hit send.
Yep. Thomas wants to know if it works for Top Producer. That's one we'll have finished. An integration we'll have finished by the end of the year. Walter wants to know about iExact. I haven't heard of that one. That one might be available through Zapier. And if you're not familiar with Zapier, we're rolling out 4 integrations this quarter still. And then we have 4 to 6 integrations coming up every single quarter. Zapier is a service. Let's see, they changed their thing. Let me see if I can find it again.
I have a video I'll include for these guys. It shows them how to use Zapier.
Great. Yeah. Okay, so you'll follow up with that. So there's all these services. Okay, so they have 250 plus other available apps. Oh, this is what I was looking for.
Essentially,
so you can integrate with.
Yeah, essentially what Zapier does, guys, is that it automates things so that you could have it say, if I add a contact to my Infusionsoft account, then automatically send them this video. Or like if you guys use Eventbrite is on that screen, so if you're running an Eventbrite and people are registering on Eventbrite, then Zapier will automatically send them a BombBomb video welcoming them to whatever the event is. So it's kind of like the automation between 2 programs. But you have to have the 2 programs. So you have to go to Zapier and see if they're both on the list, and if they are, then they'll work well. But I'll send you a video that goes more deep on that.
Great. And yeah, there's a lot of stuff on Zapier. So if you're using a service, there's a good chance that, and there's BombBomb right there, but there's a good chance that that it's here on the list. Christine says, I'm not familiar. Can this be used as a cell phone text message video or just through email? This is just email, Christine. And the reason for that is when you're sending a video through a text message, it's actually taking that video and sending all of that data, and that can be a big file. You'll have problems sending more than 30 seconds, and so if you've got a couple minute video or even if an hour-long video, we have people doing that with a number of different solutions.
And by the way, Justin, click on the video
Yeah.
tab. So when you upload a video, you'll see over to the right is a link. So see that link right there, you could text that to a person. How I'm using that is on Facebook. If I don't have a person's email, I'll just send them that link on the Facebook messaging, and they can watch the video right from within Facebook. So you don't necessarily have to even email them the video. You can just send them a link. If it's on their phone, you can text that link to them, or you can put it on
Yeah.
Facebook.
Definitely, and we do make this a short. We own vid.us, so we make that a really short link, so you can share that in Twitter and send out the short link, and you can share it right through here, Facebook,
Right.
Twitter, LinkedIn, Google+.
Yeah.
And I mentioned earlier there's a number of different ways you can share. Here's that short link again, and then if you want to embed it on a website, that code is right here. We also allow you to change that, so if I wanted to make it 1020 wide, you can see it changes it right here, and that's the size down there. It changes the width and height right in the code. You don't have to do any math. We don't penalize you for that. Let me work through some of these here. Let's see, Lucy says when using your database to quick send, if sent to more than one person, will the email address be blanked out? I think the answer you're looking for is yes, but I want to explain how that works. When you send, so if I go to quick send here and I type, these are all email addresses separated by commas, 1, 2, 3, and all that. What happens is it's not sending one to everybody, and so you're talking about, are they BCC'd, so they're blind copied, and so we're not sharing email addresses. What actually happens is we're sending one email from you to each one of these people. So if you have 3 different email addresses on this line, we're going to send one email from you to this person, one email from you to that person, and one email from you to that person. That helps. There's a number of reasons for that. That most of them that you don't care about, but it's a privacy thing. So people aren't seeing each other's email addresses. And if you want to personalize this, there's some really cool things that you can do. So let me go into my emails and I'll show you this just very briefly here. You guys are asking great questions, and I love that. So let me go to, let's go to this one right here, and I'm going to edit. Let me see if this one had this in. Yes. So you can see this little code here, hi first name, first underscore name with the hashtag or pound signs. That actually pulls in from the database that person's first name. So I sent this email to over 300 people, I think, and each person got their own individual email with their name in it. So I can personalize that, because from a marketing perspective, you're going to have a lot higher interest rate and a lot higher conversions on whatever you're trying to do. You can add a lot of different variables. So if I said right here, I can add this variable, first name, last name, email address, city, state, phone number, title. You can actually customize all of this.
So a good use of that
really
would be when you
into it.
send out the house value one, it merges in the city. So are you interested in the house values in, and then it'll mail merge like Toronto, Mississauga, Oshawa. It'll mail merge that person's city. So it has a higher relevancy. That's a good way of using that type of thing.
Mm-hmm. Tiffany wants to know, here's the code again. Let me put all this up. Those are the 3 things we talked about. BombBomb.com/brokerage nation in order to get this 15% discount. If we sign up monthly, can we upgrade at any time to a yearly billing? And if we max out the 1 to 500, does it auto upgrade to the next level? We don't auto upgrade anything. We show you a message that says, hey, you're oversubscribed. If you want to continue doing this, just go in here and upgrade to the next level. Here's the awesome thing that we partnered with Danny on, is that we're not only giving you 15% off subscription today, but we are going to grandfather you in 15% off today's rates for life. So if you sign up today and we double the rate tomorrow, and then you need to upgrade to the next level, you'll be able to upgrade at 15% off today's rates.
Oh, that's cool. I didn't know that. Thank you.
Yeah, that's a little surprise I threw in there for you. Um, So yeah, you'll be grandfathered into that. We don't automatically do that. We don't want to surprise you with anything. So at all of your renewals, we remind you before the renewal is up, and for the renewal you don't have to go in. That is automatic every year. But to take you up to the next contact level, we let you do that manually in case you're not ready to do that. And some people say, oh, you know what? There's like 50 people here in my database. I don't want to email anymore. And then you can take them out and not have to upgrade. And if you want to downgrade as well, we don't penalize you for that. You're still grandfathered in at 15% off today's rates. Walter wants to know if BombBomb is a CRM software solution. Not really. It's not designed to be, although you can go into to list and you have some data on some people. So you can click on their email address and go in and you can see their first name, last name. If you store their the phone number and mailing address and things like that, you might be able to use it as that. It's not fully featured and meant to be used as a CRM. Our focus is 100% on video email, although we do have plenty of people that are using it because it's all they need. Susan asks about Buffini Referral Maker. We don't have a direct integration with them. With all these services and CRMs out there, the best thing to do is really to export. In fact, here's every good CRM will give you the ability to export. So right here is this export button. I can click on that and it will download a spreadsheet of my contacts. If you can export them from just about any service, you can import them into BombBomb, into a list.
So to kind of put that in perspective, how I do that is, so I'm going to delete every contact that's in my BombBomb, and I have different lists. So I have a list of broker owners and managers, and I have a list of individual sales agents. So if I was doing a video blast to all the broker owners, I would just delete all of my contacts in BombBomb and upload my current list right from the database. So I use my real database to keep current, and then I'll just import all of them, do a blast, and then delete them.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, good idea. Carrie Lee asks about Lone Wolf integration. That is one that we're working on currently, and I can't remember if that's going to be out by the end of the year. It'll be out within the next 2 months for sure. I just have to look on the specific date as to when that integration will be out. Let's see. Can we attach files and documents in video emails? It would be really disappointing if you couldn't. Let me show you how that works, because it's very easy to do that. So if we went into that same email, and I'm going to click on Edit, and so there's a couple different ways to do that. If you add them, if you upload them to your website and just provide the link, you can link that just like this is. Grab that discount, and you can see the link right there. You can also highlight something and add a file. And that will bring up the file uploader, and I can really easily do that and upload a file. One integration that might be really exciting for you guys is the integration with, let me go through and show you kind of how that works, is RPR. And I'll click on this and show you how that works just really quickly.
Is that realtor thing you said is awesome but nobody uses?
Yes.
Yeah, I didn't even know it existed, so yeah, tell us about it.
We're doing a lot of really interesting things with them. Let me see. Actually, I have to log in over here because I don't remember what my username and password is. So let me pull it up over here, and I'll drag this over into this window. RPR, and the address is narrpr.com. At least in the U.S., I believe they're in about 85% of MLSs right now. This is a free resource to anybody who is in the U.S. And so NAR makes it very, very easy to create market reports.
Like house values?
Yes, yes. So market reports based on individual property addresses. Let me see if...
And it's free. This is so cool. Hopefully it works in Canada.
Yeah, it is.
Because most of these people are Canadian listening, but it should. We're all part of the same association.
Yeah, absolutely. And there are some locations in Canada that are on here. You can sign up for a free account, narrpr.com, create your free account there, and then do a search to see if your MLS is in there. And if it is, you have complete free access to this. Looks like my internet connection is a little bit slow while I'm on here, but this is going to load, and I'll show you what it looks like. I can go into this integration here, and I'll show you how this works. I name my workflow, and then I say I'm going to send a report in this email, and I just choose a template. This is one that we've pre-built for everybody. This template is already there, and I'm going to send it to this list. So I might group people by neighborhood, by city, however you want to make that work for you. So I'm just going to go into here and say, here's a market activity report, and I ran a market activity report for my zip code here in Colorado Springs, Colorado. Actually, this is a really expensive zip code. It's not my zip code. And how that works basically is I have two workflows here. We give you a unique email address, so I'm going to take that and copy it over, and I populate it into this email box, and that saves it. So I didn't do that. That actually saved from the last time I sent it. And every time I say get report, what happens is that sends that report to, it populates it into this email and sends it to this list. And let me show you what that looks like here.
How frequently?
Might have to scroll through to the second page and it'll show you. However frequently you want to send that out, actually. Let me scroll through and I'll show you how it looks, because it's going to make, it would make sense to say, hey, these people are on my list because they want to get a market report for their neighborhood once a month or once a week. And so whatever your agreement is with those folks, it might make sense for you to group them into, say you're doing it by zip code, by city, by neighborhood, you can segment your market through RPR. And we could do a whole nother webinar.
Oh man,
on that
would be like a killer Facebook ad targeting everybody in that one city to get automatic reports on the house values in your city.
Yeah.
And there's a video of you explaining how it works, and boom, there you go, guys. That was worth your time right there.
Yeah, and so you can say, so this is a template that you can go in and create and just save as your own template if you want to modify it, and say, put this video in here. And that video says, hey, here's your market report. Give me a call if you want to take a look at anything. And then so that video is there, it plays within the inbox, and then this will open up the market report in a PDF.
Oh, hit it. Can we see what it looks like, or no?
Yeah, let me see what this one actually says. Oh, you know what? I don't have this one linked.
Yeah.
This was. I'll show you what it looks like here, though. Let me see if I can do that from here. I'll show the sample. So what it looks like is this. This is 11 pages, and so it has this. So it pulls all of your stuff here, and inserts your picture. You can control a lot of different things with the market report. I went through with these guys at RPR about 2 weeks ago, and just have scratched the surface on what this allows you to do. They do free training within every region that RPR is available in, so you can go through and take classes. It's amazing. It helps you come up with home valuations. So for anybody who's paying something, RPR is free for you if it's available within your area.
Well, I'm going to call right away, because if it is, I'm going to organize a session for at least the Toronto agents, and then make a video of it for everybody to watch across the country.
Yes. Let's see. There's a question. Do you get the Remax templates? Not only do you get Remax templates, this is really cool. Depending on, so when you go into your profile, it'll ask you your industry. If you choose real estate, I believe we have about 29 different brands in there. Now, under emails, I'm just going to create a new email. Actually, I don't think I have. I'm going to have to look and see what I have here on mine. So I'm going to use a template. It'll come up with this one every time, and I'll say use a template. We have over 300 templates that are preloaded into everybody's accounts, and you'll see them over here, from seasonal to holidays to thank you, happy birthday templates. Let me click on real estate. So I don't have a brand listed on mine. I've just chosen general.
But when you do sign in, you just pick your brand, and it's got most of the big brands.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Absolutely. For $150, we'll make you a template with your branding on it, and you can carry that through to wherever you want. You can also customize every single thing we have in here. So if Remax is, you chose Remax from the drop-down, there will be a big Remax logo that goes across here. We work with all the big brands to do that. Now check this out. We have 15 pre-written emails. I only have 11 in my account because I chose general. We have 15 pre-written emails. From lead generation, referral engine, lead follow-up, testimonials, all that stuff. All this is pre-written for you and shows you how to do it. So this is an email for a new listing. So you go in here. You can insert property photos. You can do more. You can take those out. This will pull in your first name and last name from your profile, your phone number, your email address, and your website. You don't have to do that. All these emails are pre-written for you and ready to go, and they have all of your branding. This will also pull in your picture from your profile.
So that's what we
that.
use as the auto reply when the people are doing the app at the open house. They fill in on the form for the open house. They get that as the auto reply.
Yes,
Yep.
yes, absolutely. And yeah, there's a question based around that. What forms are you using? So we have a number of forms, and all of this stuff, again, there's so much stuff that we could talk about, but we'd be here for hours and hours and hours.
I'm going to make another session going
Uh,
deep, showing step by step on all of
yes,
this.
great,
Yeah.
great, absolutely. Absolutely, that's awesome. And I'm going to send this video out. Vladimir asked about that. We'll be sending this video out, and I know Danny will be including some things in that as well for you, so you'll be able to get the replay on this. This is great. Susan says, this is incredible. I'm so impressed with BombBomb and can't wait to start using it. We appreciate that, Susan. Thank you very much. And here's that discount again, bombbomb.com/brokerage-nation. That is the only place to do the 15% savings. We do have a 14-day free trial. Here's my suggestion is not to do that. And I'll tell you why. Granted, I'm a little biased because I work here. I love the software. The only limitation on the free trial is that when you send an email, and it might not be a limitation for you, but when you send an email, you can only send that to 50 people at a time. That's just for some spam compliance. There's a lot of things we do. We follow an international law on spam compliance. That helps with our deliverability, so we're a fully whitelisted email service provider. We get your emails into the inbox and avoid the spam box, which is very important. So the free trial is limited to only sending it to 50 people at a time. The 30-day the full subscription that we're talking about here is everything. You have every single thing that we mentioned and I showed you in this webinar is available to you right now when you sign up for an account. And on top of that, we have a 30-day money-back guarantee. So you can get in, start using this right now as if, pretend it were a free trial. Now you'll pay for it, but you have 30 days instead of 2 weeks to actually get in and begin using it. So get in there, sign up for it, begin using it. Anytime you can call up on the 29th or 30th day and tell us, this you oversold it. This isn't what I was thinking it was. Give our guys a call or respond to any email we send you, and we'll refund your money in full. Our phone number is listed at the top page of every single page of our website. Our customer support and sales guys are here in the office in Colorado Springs with me, and as a bonus, they all speak English. So you got that going for you as well. Susan said, I assume I have to enter credit card number. Your site is secure, right? Absolutely, Susan. And the thing to look for, but I won't go into the technical details. Our site is fully secure. We don't store billing info. We work with a third-party credit card processor to do that, and that's a security thing that we have to comply with. It's called PCI compliance. We don't store any of that stuff on our end. So if you were to call and ask us to do something for you in the billing department, you'd have to give us your credit card number again because we don't have those. So our site is completely secure. Oh, hey, this is, yeah, Dan says, looking forward to your in-depth videos on BombBomb, Danny. That's good. I was excited about Videolicious, but this is a game changer. Says Tiffany, so much work to do. Merry Christmas emails to be sent out today. That's awesome. I love it. The promo code, Susan, when you go to bombbomb.com/brokerage nation and click on the buy button there, that will carry the promo code through for you, but the promo code is brokerage nation. If you just want to go to the purchase page, if you type in brokerage nation, that'll instantly give you 15% off, and you'll see it reflected there.
And in response to
Uh,
Tiffany's about being excited and sending out all the Christmas emails, so last week is when I really started pushing this, and I was more focused on the broker owners, but I had 7 sign up in 1 week by using BombBomb, and it was just a personal message to me to each broker explaining how my product will benefit their company, and I never had that type of return. So I probably owe you
that's
some
great.
money there, Justin.
You don't owe me anything. We just appreciate you using this, and I really appreciate you being able to invite us on and to do this. It's always exciting to get in front of a new audience and show them technology that, as somebody referred to, is game changing. So I'm excited to see that. There are 1,000,001 different ways to use this, and one of the very first things I said is that for any solution or piece of software that you sign up for, you have to make it a priority to fit it into your everyday life. It has to integrate into that, and we have a lot of different ways that we can help you do that with training videos and all that. We work on all the phones, so all the devices with Android and Apple. We've got apps for that, and if that's part of your day, use it like that. If you're sitting in front of a webcam, use it like that. We have people selling multi-million-dollar homes in California, and they're spending hours producing professional videos. We have a guy that brings in helicopters because he's listing $27 million homes. That's not what the average agent is going to do, but that works into his workflow and it fits his brand. And so if there's one thing I can leave you with today, it's whatever you do, no matter the service, figure out how it integrates into your life and into your workflow, and then make that a priority. Um, Rebecca says, Danny, you're awesome. I want to sign up. That's probably the best testimonial we can end with.
Perfect. Yeah, I want to say thank you, everybody. So again, thank you, Justin, for spending your time with us. And there is about 150 or so people that registered for this, but like 40 of them are all in Mexico for some weird reason. So there's a whole bunch of people going to be watching this video
Wow.
afterwards. So the people watching the video afterwards, just email me your questions, and I'll take care of you. So thank you, everybody.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, and one more here. Susan just said, do I download apps separately on iPad or each device? Depending on how you set that up, when you download it somewhere, like if you've got an iPhone and an iPad, I have that linked, and I can't remember how to do that. Um, but it will download on the other device as well. And if it doesn't download, just go there and download it. It's a free download, and all you'll do is sign in with your credentials. So even if you're on a free trial, you can sign in with your credentials, and it will carry through. Great. Well, hey, I appreciate this, everybody. We'll be sending out the recording of this, as we mentioned earlier. And let Danny know if you've got questions, certainly, or you can reach out to me as well, Justin at bombbomb.com. Hey, thank you so much, everybody. Hope you have a great day.